This is it. This is the first episode of a cartoon that launched a generation of environmentalists. And man, it was quite an introduction. It starts off with these two, Hoggish Greedley and Rigger. I'm not gonna like saying that. Going through a wildlife preserve in this huge machine, and their intent is to drill for oil. So when they start doing that, coincidentally, they drill so deep that it springs a leak into where Gaia, voiced by Whoopi Goldberg, lives. And she's been napping for 100 years, and this wakes her up. Now, the 100 years things make sense, I guess. In 1890, Industrial Revolution was just starting. This came out in 1990. So yeah, she missed a lot of the environmental issues that humans have caused, but she was awake for slavery, colonialism, imperialism, some of the root causes of our climate crisis. So she could have stepped in back then, I guess. My goodness. So when she really sees what's been going on, she decides she has to do something about it. And she calls on youth to help out now. Which, surprise, the youth are now 40-year-olds. But this kind of resonated with me with something I heard recently on a podcast with Dr. Ayanna Elizabeth Johnson. She was talking about empowering youth and said, there's nothing naive about moral clarity. When we get defeated being in this fight, when it seems like the world is working against us, just knowing that you're morally right, it takes some solace in that. So then we finally meet our Planeteers. So we get Kwame from Africa. He's planting something in the desert that doesn't seem like it'll probably grow, but something does. The stick comes up out of the ground and his power ring is there. He controls the earth. Guy from Asia, just Asia, is riding dolphins, and a dolphin just tosses a ring at her and she controls water. Wheeler is the stereotypical American. He is preventing a mugging from happening, and there's a dehoused person warming up near a fire. His power ring comes popping out of that, and he puts it right on his finger, burning hot, and he controls fire. Linka, the babe from Russia. No, not Russia. She is a Soviet, and firmly Soviet, and corrects Wheeler on it in about 5 minutes after meeting him. She's just playing on some keyboard, talking to birds, and a bird gives her a power ring, and she controls the wind. And finally, the last one, lovable Mati. He's from South America. He's swinging through the forest, kind of like Tarzan, which now that I'm saying it out loud is problematic. But he saves a little monkey from a cheetah, and he gets the power of heart, which 7 seasons of the show, I'm still not quite sure what it is. So they all go to Hope Island. Gaia transports them there. That's their home base. So remember, these are teenagers, youths, and now they have incredible powers from these rings, and they're all setting out to practice or just test it out. Things go awry. Wheeler starts setting fires everywhere and eventually causes one in front of them all. Guy douses it with water. Monkey's really upset. And then we finally see Mati use his heart power to calm him down, which, if you're an X-Fan man like me, whenever somebody uses telepathy like that to control emotions or people, it's always a red flag. So that's pretty red flaggish here. Kwame wants to stay in practice, but Gaia says there's no time. So she ships him off on this plane that they can apparently pilot and go after Hoggish Greedley and Rigger. The fight doesn't go well. They're threatening to pour oil all over the animals in the wildlife preserve. So they end up putting their powers together for the first time, and we get Captain Planet. Check him out. I mean, pretty gay, right? Now he goes to town, breaking up their machine, disposes of Rigger, and takes on Hoggish Greedley. Hoggish covers him with toxic sludge, and apparently that is his weakness. So the fight doesn't go very well either. Luckily, just before this, Captain Planet told the Planeteers to start cleaning all the animals, so they had all their cloths and soap ready. They start cleaning off his uniform, and he's solar powered. So when they clean off that emblem, he gets his strength again, and he just takes care of Hoggish Greedley and the machine. Hoggish actually escapes into the sewers, and they save the day. So Captain Planet leaves, and the rest of the Planeteers are on the beach cleaning off the animals. Wheeler's kind of pissed. He's saying, we didn't make the mess, why we got to clean it up? Shouldn't be getting paid. And Linka says, because we care, my sweet imperialist dog. Which true, but glass houses, right? So that was episode 1. And of course it ends with one of the best cartoon theme songs ever. The 90s just hit so hard with that. X-Men, Batman, Spider-Man, and Captain Planet, of course. So when this episode came out, it was only 2 years after the Exxon Valdez oil spill. So that's why this one probably hit home for a lot of people. So in my next video, I'm going to cover some of the history of the drilling in the Arctic National Wildlife Reserve, which is pretty interesting, and how it pertains to indigenous land and sovereignty. So part 2 is coming. Thanks for watching. The power is yours.